All right, y'all, welcome back. Got my friend Rod here.
Hello.
I would bring that you see where
Right
mine
here?
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could bring it to you.
All right.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, if you want to
Yeah, I noticed everyone leans.
Yeah, you see how your voice is a little deeper right there?
Yeah.
And you bring the mic tilted down towards your mouth a little bit.
Right there?
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. Make sure you're just aiming right into it.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Last guess was awfully quiet. Well, in my defense, I didn't tell her. I was like, hey, I should have been because I could hear her on the headphones, and I forget it's a different volume when you mix it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had to have, that's the thing. If I could have someone watch
Yeah.
and I could see where she wasn't high enough on the volume.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, dude, welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me. It's been a
Dude,
blast.
cheers. I hope I didn't keep you guys too busy out here.
Oh, no, it was good. It was perfect. The right amount of sleep to the right amount of stuff we did. It was pretty dope. I liked it.
Yeah, y'all like to sleep. I'm not mad at it.
I know I do. I'm still trying to catch up from Loma from being in school.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's times where I wasn't sleeping. I was in school in general. I remember one time I took a physiology course during the summer, and there was no sleeping at all. It was just stay up all night studying and then get up and go do it all over again.
Yeah. Dude, school is like the military.
It really
feel
is.
like they go, all right, here you go. Here's the criteria. Meet it. And then when you're all said and done, it's like, what do I do?
Yeah, right?
You're just dropped off and you have to figure out life all over again.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird feeling and situation. But it just teaches you how to jump through hoops.
Yeah.
This is what society wants you to do, so let's show you how to do it. That's all it's about. Is can this guy jump through hoops and do what we tell him?
Yeah.
It's oh yeah, he can. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think school needs to be that hard. I think it needs to be challenging, mentally a little or a lot. But the physical aspect of it, where you're up all night, not sleeping, and then you expect to do well on tests and shit.
Right.
You know?
We've been doing this stuff for years, but we're going to give you guys a week to learn it, and we want you to know all of it within the week.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but that's their job to know that one subject, and they had years and years to do it. It's not give me a teacher that sat there and learned it the same amount of time we had it, and then have them teach it to us and see how well they do.
Right.
Yeah, that's just weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the school system needs to be, reworked, in my opinion.
Well, I'm sure they're going to after this whole COVID situation, or they're going to see the differences.
Oh, man. Have you stayed up on that, dude? Do you see the pushback on the forgiveness of the loans?
Nuh-uh. What do you mean, the pushback?
A lot of people just don't want it to happen.
Oh, yeah. It's always an older generation, I paid for my student loans, so, how come they can't?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't getting, gypped on their fees like we were. They weren't paying. Books have always been expensive, but, books weren't $300. Books weren't $400. They're a couple $100, You could do a whole quarter for $1,000. Now it's one class costs you about $600, $700. So 2 classes, 3 classes, 9 classes, stuff like that. All for one quarter. Classes weren't thousands and thousands of dollars. I know people who went through the program and paid just a few grand 10 years ago, and then now you look at it, it's $35,000 minimum.
Yeah, our teachers, when they went through, I think it was 15 grand or 10.
Right, half the cost.
Half the cost, and then it doubled.
Right.
Well, so for everyone listening and or watching, Rod and I met when we were in radiology school, and without this man, I would not be where I am in my career.
Nah.
So I thank you.
Oh, no. You would have done fine.
Not at all, dude. There's no way. I wanted to give up every second all the way through and through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was over it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. A lot of that stuff was unnecessary. Am I able to cuss?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. All right,
This is America. Freedom of speech in this room, at least.
It was unnecessary bullshit. Yeah, a lot of that stuff was unnecessary bullshit. That's how school is. Let's fill in the gaps. Why just give us what we need? We don't need all the extra. Because most of that stuff you learn, you don't use later on. You don't need to know, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because how often do you let me use my conflict resolution training to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How often do you use that? And it's not because we learned it long enough to have it embedded in us. They gave us a week to learn it, tested us on it, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't something I use on my day-to-day basis. That's just life skills.
Right.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. There's other stuff too.
Yeah. I feel like they spent more time on the nonsense than the most important stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah,
you just
definitely.
said, like, here's a week learn. It's like, hold up. This is like really technical stuff. And we get a week and
Yeah.
then we just press on.
Right?
But you guys writing papers about our personal, what was some of the bullshit that,
Oh, yeah. Like
our,
your
what is it?
goals.
Your,
Like,
your ethos or something.
yeah, yeah. What are you about? Like, yeah, what's your ethos and what's your goals and what's your, what is it called? They had a word for it. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, I found that very interesting. We need not spend, I don't know why we spent so much time on that. About like, not like your pride, but like things that you do well and um, things you hold dear, like when it comes to like moral standings and stuff like that. That wasn't necessary. That was just filler.
Yeah.
That costed us a lot of money.
A lot, dude.
Yeah.
I want my money back from that bullshit. I'll pay
Yeah.
for the important stuff, but all that other stuff, I was like, man, what are we doing?
Yeah. I
This
didn't
is-
understand it either.
Yeah.
It's just so much filler. And they're like, oh yeah, you guys have to have this so it could qualify as a program. And they're trying to run it like as a bachelor's because they want the certification for the bachelor's. And I was like, well, we don't get a bachelor's, so why are we? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
So
you're
why are
good.
we getting that? Like, why are we getting charged for that stuff? Like, unless they're like, oh yeah, we finally got approval for a bachelor's, so here's your guys' bachelor's because you guys start that program or you guys are on that same program.
Yeah.
But they're not giving us that.
It would be nice if they awarded everybody because it was 100% a bachelor pushed academically program, I feel.
Yeah, it definitely was. There were so many papers. When I hear from people from other programs, you can have that many papers.
Yeah, some have no papers at all.
Right.
I have a friend who's in the program right now, having a tough go naturally,
Yeah.
just because of all those people got egos and just want to make you feel stupid.
Yeah, it's true.
And she's like, I'm not grabbing these concepts. The same problem I had. I was like, I know it's not you because she's super smart. I was like, your teachers probably suck balls. Like,
Yeah.
they don't know what they're talking about because we had one of those instructors.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I don't understand that like PowerPoint teaching. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
could do that on our own. Just give us a PowerPoint and we could do it at home. We could learn the same amount as you're sitting there reading from it in class. I don't understand that. There should be like some sort of elaboration to most of that. Like, oh yeah, here's my PowerPoint, but what's not on the PowerPoint is this, so take notes. But
Right.
not many teachers do that. Or give us better like visual understandings. Like while you're in class, write it out and like here's a simplified version of that, so you guys know. To believe it or not, I found it when I was in like the MRI program. There was a teacher there. She made MRI easy because she made it for dummies. Like she sat there, she had her PowerPoint, and then in class she did, oh, what that means is this, and then she wrote out on the board. On top of that, she recorded it, so when we went back to study, we could watch the same videos over and over again with the PowerPoint next to it, and then so you have a better understanding. And it was like so much easier to grasp.
Yeah.
Especially because they knew how fast it was. Like you're like, okay, you got to finish this in 6 months, so you need to know this understanding real quick.
Yeah.
And they broke it down really well. But we did have a teacher who did the PowerPoint situation, and his teaching wasn't as good or didn't stick as well.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, he was the one guy I kept failing.
Oh, really?
I failed twice. I told you that story, right?
Yeah, I remember one of them. I remember the one when he's all like, well, you might want to look into like leaving the program and doing something else.
Yeah,
and
dude.
That's so weird. But these people who we know didn't get the concepts, we know they didn't understand it, and somehow they got such special treatment they passed. And it took them multiple tries to pass.
Yeah. When that happened, man, I went and sat in my car.
Yeah.
And just cried it out. I called the girlfriend who I was dating at the time. I was like, man, this dude straight up told me I need to leave.
Yeah.
Like he's like, and this is what I've been working for over 10 years to get there. It was a gut check, dude. He like punched me right in the face or in the gut too. And so I had one option. We had a extra test the next day.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you get at least a 70 on the extra test and pass the other test, you'll move forward. I'm like, all right, man.
That's just so
So-
hard to like, oh yeah, no pressure though.
Yeah, try going home sleeping on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So 0 sleep. And so I passed the first test, and then I get the second test. He's like, best of luck, and, just whatever. And I got to like the last question. I think it's only 25. Or I got to the last 4 or 5, and I just said, I'm over it. And I just guessed. I was like, fuck it, dude. If this is how it's gonna be, maybe I went, feeling sorry for myself, and maybe I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So I made my best guess because I was just too tired to even think. I handed it to him. He's in there calculating. He's like, all right, man, you got it. You got your 70. You're good to go. I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well,
I'm glad you made it through. That would have been a rough ride without you. Like, just the people in that class. And, yeah you were my rock throughout the whole thing.
Dude, likewise, bro.
Yeah, especially like, I don't know, our group was awesome, but you're my rock. You're my carpool buddy. All those times going up and down the Cajon Pass and just being stuck in traffic.
My battle buddy, dude.
We had to just battle to get to school, battle on the way home from school, and end school, just sit there and deal with all the battling and the bullshit. And yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man, I don't hate that I went there. I'm actually very proud that I went to that school, but I don't think it needed to be that bad.
Yeah,
they made that shit where you were just like, what? Our first semester was 18 units. Something like that.
Yeah, it was hard. That
was like 7 or 8 classes we had.
Yeah, in the first quarter. Yeah, I think it was 8 classes, and then plus the extra stuff they have you do, and then all those seminars you got to go to, and then you got to do the 3 seminars, and then do reports on them.
Oh yeah,
the chapel stuff and stuff like that, and then it's just it's too much, and they know it is, and that's why a lot of people were dropping back for the next year. And the next year, like that one Christina girl, she was in for like 5 years straight, but she'd do a quarter, stop, which is, I get it, but I don't know. I think after the second drop from the course, I think I would have just stopped. Yeah. I don't think I would have gone back.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, dude, I just remember him. And so I passed the first one. I thank him and all that. Very just cool, whatever kind of dude. He is like that. And then we get to our second quarter, same issue, having the same problem with him. I'm like, I can't be this stupid. And I study. I went in there for tutoring, just trying to what am I not getting?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not getting it. And then I barely pass again, dude. Whatever the minimum was, I think it's 75 to pass or 70. Barely get it. He's like, you really got to get this. I was like, I know, I'm trying, dude.
Yeah.
And then we get to the better teacher who teaches principles and the fundamentals of everything over the physics part. I did fine. I was like, okay, it's not me. How this guy is delivering the information is not. And then I looked at the rest of the class. Well, then we found out what the rest of the class was doing. I was like, all right, it ain't me.
Yeah.
If everybody is, and I'll say a quarter of the class found out was cheating to get to where I was or just to stay on top of this guy, then there's a problem. He's actually the problem.
Yeah, definitely.
He needs to, if half your class is, a quarter of your class is willing to jeopardize their whole future and cheat, then there's a problem.
Well, I think those cheaters would have done it either way.
I think so?
Yeah, I think because it wasn't just it was just his class they were cheating on. I think either way they would have done it. I think that's just who they were, their mentality. You know what I mean? They wanted the easy out, and that's on them too for going from a test bank. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is your job you've been doing for years. You know exactly what to ask to know what the students are learning to make sure they're learning what you want them to know. But it wasn't about that. It was just. That's why it was so weird on those tests. You're like, how come we're studying all these chapters you tell us to study and look at for the test, and then none of that stuff's in there? It shouldn't be that way. It's just weird. It's so oh yeah, I want you to study this, this, and this, and this, and then you do it, you study on it, you look at it, and then it's whole different questions. It's that's from way opposite chapters, and that's in the chapters in the future of the book. So how are we supposed to know that? Yeah. But that's on them for not knowing what we're testing on because they're just taking from a test bank, and they're like, okay, well, there's so many of you, and we have to have test bank A through D so you guys don't cheat. And then, so when that's the case, they should know it. They should go through those test banks and be like, all right, since we're using the A through D test banks, I need them to know this, this, and this, and this.
Right.
And then even if you looked at all the test banks and then when you put them all together, some of them still didn't cross over. Like I said, Like, well, some of that questions were from future chapters, and then that's something they should have known already. Or let's take that test bank out, or find a different way to test us, and so we can just use test bank A, test bank B, and then flip us around. But like, all right, we're gonna have you guys leave like the room. Like these people test on this time, these people test at this time,
Right.
or like you guys are gonna go to this room to test, and these guys are gonna go to this room to test.
Yeah. I mean, the more I think about it now, dude, if they were to ask us to come back and like teach, I definitely could do it because all that shit clicked right when I was done.
Yeah,
When I passed the test, and then I started like, I finally like stopped stressing, and then I got my first job doing it. I was like, that's it? That's how easy this is?
right.
You know, it's really not that complex. It's
Yeah.
basic physics, dude.
It really
It's
is.
probably the easiest physics in the world, even for like a first grader.
Yeah, yeah.
Like could get it. But they made it to where it was like, huh?
Well, just I
What?
think one person did. I think the other one started to make it better. But I would say by the end of that year when we're doing like all the testing is when things started to click. Like things that I thought I knew, I didn't really know it until like the very, very end. Because I was like, oh, is that what you guys meant? I was like, oh, now I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I'm surprised I made it as far as I did. But
Dude, you made it through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if people don't know, when you go to the radiology program, when I say radiology program, there's radiologists who are doctors. There's the rad tech program, which we did. So you start fundamentals as X-ray, and then you can move up to CAT scan, MRI. And then some people shift over to ultrasound altogether.
Yeah.
But those are the main fields. And you can go through all three, which you did.
Yeah.
So you're X-ray, CT, and MRI.
yeah,
Where I'm X-ray and CT, I couldn't hold on to do MRI. Like, I tip my hat to you because that's tough, dude. Was that another 18 months?
it was another for MR.
Yeah.
I think it was like 6 more months.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 6 more months, but
So 2.5 years for you, and then just 2 years for me.
Technically, it was 2 years 9 months because you got to think about the CT course.
Oh,
Because so it's 2 years and 3 months for you.
okay.
Yeah, because when we did the summer CT continuation,
That's right. Yeah.
So it was 2 years 9 months, which is almost 3 years. But the MR wasn't as bad because we had a lot of crossover from the CAT scan training, and so that made it easier when I did like the cross sectional anatomy and stuff like that. The physiology portion, or like the disease portion, stuff like that, was a little bit different and harder to identify on the scans. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. They just made it horrible. Like they could have cut out some of those courses there, and then I could probably have done it all within 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think about the people who go into like nuke med and
Oh, yeah, that's the other one I forgot. Nuke med.
and radiation therapy.
Yeah, that's another one you can cross over to.
Yeah, those guys, those are harder programs.
Dude.
Yeah, those are geniuses over there in nuke med.
Yeah.
You're doing nuke med and radiation therapy. Like, you guys just got your doctorate.
Yeah. Dude, radiation therapy scares me.
Yeah?
When I was doing my clinical, these dudes would come in and map out people to do their radiation therapy in the CT room.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, can you show me the room? Like, I've never seen that room. Dude, it's like Fort Knox, bro. So they have the scan room. There's only cameras because there's so much radiation. Like, the walls have to be like, I don't know how thick. Pretty thick. So all they have is cameras. And then this dude opens this door that had to have been like, I don't know, 100 pounds of lead or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And then you walk into the room and it's the scanner. And then everything is just lead everywhere. And then they lay the guy down. I'm like, so how is this it? He's like, yeah. And then we have to walk out, make sure the door shuts. They actually like lock it. And then they come back into the scan room and they just watch, dude. I was like, oh my God, dude, because there's so much radiation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that,
insane,
like
dude.
radiation therapy. I've seen nuke med, and our nuke med isn't like as elaborate as that.
Oh, no.
And then I've seen when they do like just the scans for like when they sit there and they mark the spot they're going to keep doing treatment on. But I've actually never seen the rooms where they do the treatment in, because I think that's an outside facility for us.
Yeah.
And because I'm at a smaller hospital, but I know at the bigger, at the bigger hospitals and stuff like that, they do that, and that's amazing to me. They're able to do that, but yeah, I couldn't imagine because your math has to be on point for that.
You cannot mess up. That's why when I first saw them, they'd come in and put this special table over the scanner. So it's the exact same thing in the radiation treatment room.
Mm-hmm.
Exact setup, everything. So when they go back in there, they don't have to like remap or anything. They'll rescan,
Yeah.
and then they'll set in all the numbers. They write all these numbers down, put it in, and then fire away, dude.
That's crazy to me. It's just
just a beam of like radiation just right there.
right.
And if they're off even a little bit, you're frying something.
Yeah, something in the wrong spot.
Yeah, dude. It's so scary.
Yeah.
It's quite like amazing what we can do, but it's also like, dude, if you're off just a centimeter or millimeter, whatever, is it millimeter that's smaller? Millimeter.
Yeah, millimeter. Yeah.
Dude, you're frying
Yeah.
kidneys, liver, tissue.
Stuff that's needed. Yeah, those guys, hats off to them. I couldn't do that. Like,
Me
that's
neither. It's too stressful.
yeah, I can. Yeah, definitely. I need to have way better math skills to do that.
Yeah.
Because most of the equations that we learn for school, like they're out the door. Like,
Oh, instantly.
yeah, you used to really for X-ray, you just need to like know your leading and like your shield thickness and stuff like that, your distance, and then your KVP, your KV and MA.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like that's all. Most of that's out the window for me, anyways, because I'm doing mostly just MR, and
Yeah.
all you gotta do is know your numbers for your machine, and then like unless you're going back and forth between a 1.5 and a 3.0, and then your numbers just increase slightly. They're just different, slightly different, or it's usually higher on the 3 Tesla.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn. Yeah, it's wild,
Yeah.
right?
But other than that, let's get off of school. I was tired. Ugh.
Yeah. It's crazy. We've been out for 4 years and it's still like traumatizing.
Yeah, it's haunting.
Dude, it haunts you. For those getting through it, man, get through it. It'll be worth it. I assure you. It's just a bunch of bullshit while you're in it.
Yeah, definitely.
100% bullshit. And you just have to play the game.
Yeah, that's pretty
And,
much it.
Any way you can stomp them, stomp them. We had a classmate like that would stomp our teacher constantly.
Yeah, it made him
And
mad.
you just turn around and he's like, oh, shit, you got him. And this fool would get so pissed.
Right?
But that's the problem with people who think they're the smartest in the room. Usually they're not.
Well, that's what you call it, a certain mentality, a certain trait he has. Because a lot of people in his former field, they're like that. They're very arrogant and they act like they know better than everyone else. Which I get it. You guys are smart and everything, but you guys do make mistakes.
Yeah, everybody does.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, get through it. It's worth it. It's a good career. And once you see it start to pay off, you'll be glad you did it.
Yeah, once the student loans are gone, it'll start to pay off.
Yeah.
We're trying to juggle the student loans and then the pay that we get as a standard. It's kind of tough. I think it should be increased a little bit because I always say like radiology is the redhead adopted child of like the hospital because like everyone always thinks nurses, doctors, but there's a lot of fields out there that do more than people think, especially when it comes to like radiology. But if I had to tip my hat to anybody, those people like EVS, they had to do it so much.
Dude, they deal with diseases, all blood spills. They're the ones in the trenches, dude.
Yeah, crappy hours. Yeah, they have to get in a mix of everything, and yeah, they don't know everything we do, and have to do all the testing we do. But they're in a lot of mess, and when no one really thanks them for that.
No one does.
Yeah, and that's why I hate seeing like coworkers when they treat them like crap. I'm like, oh, that's their job. That's what they gotta do. I'm like, well, anyone likes me. I don't like it when someone makes my job harder. So why would you make theirs harder?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I agree, man. People don't see what radiology does. Lab.
Yeah,
Lab is in the trenches, dude. They're up and people who are definitely ill. You have to get close to that arm, get that blood.
Yeah.
People breathing on you, coughing on you.
Yeah. Spraying you.
Spraying you.
Yeah.
You gotta be cautious of needle sticks.
Yep. Oh yeah. So
I've had that twice.
Yeah.
Very scary. And dude, it's you don't get paid dick.
No,
the more I look at it, I was like, I don't even understand. I should have worked fast food, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah,
had a safer life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there should be, they should be at least like, it should be definitely more than fast food or near where it's not, fast food isn't an option for you. Where it's like, oh yeah, your pay's so close. Like, I might as well just do fast food and have better hours and less of a hazard But nah, they don't, which I don't understand why they do it that way. It's the same thing with EMS. Like EMS
Dude,
is
they
in the
get paid
mix.
what, $12?
Yeah, it's so
Minimum.
low, and I don't understand that. Like these people are saving lives and going to homes where they're getting themselves in dangers because like it could be like weird stuff, like weird animal. It could be a person's a hoarder and their house has like all kinds of like fungus in it or something, or just I don't know, just they're in the hood in the wrong hood and they're like, oh, what the fuck you guys doing here? And they're like,
Yeah.
well, I'm here to save your mom because she called me. Like, oh, all right, fool. Like what I mean, stuff like that. Like it's not. I don't get it. And then
Yeah.
they get fought the whole way because not only that they have to get picked up. They have to pick up like people who are mentally disturbed and like someone calls an ambulance on a person that has a mental issue, a mental breakdown. Like
Yeah.
and then they're going to trying to get those people to come into the hospital or get in the ambulance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Those dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, paramedics, EMS.
Yeah.
Tip my hat to them, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I look at my job and I go, dude, my job is butter compared to what these fools are doing.
Right?
I'm glad I stuck it out and just did the school.
Yeah.
Because, dude, there's so many tough jobs in medical. I mean, all of them are, in my opinion. But there's those ones where you see they're a little tougher. You're like, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm glad that's not me, man.
You know, a job's super easy in medical. I'll state it right now. And medical people or people that work in the hospitals and they do this job, you could get mad at me. I don't care.
Doctors.
I was going to say cafeteria.
Oh, yeah. It's cooking food.
Yeah, cooking food. Cooking food. I'm sure they're doing cleaning and stuff like that. But that's like working at a restaurant.
Pretty basic.
Yeah. And you're not sitting there dealing with diseases. You're not having to gown up to go to your job or to go into a room or stuff like that.
True.
Yeah. That's probably the easiest one.
I would say their part gets hard because when they have to start doing, when the dietitians have to come in and nutritionists have to start putting like people on certain like special diets.
Yeah.
That I could see where it gets tedious for the cooking staff. It's like, dude, low sodium, like high iron, or those meals that are specifically made. And then half the time the patients don't eat them because it tastes like shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's weird how hard when you're in the hospital, how like they just want to nurture you back to health as quickly and possibly. Like they've been eating like shit for decades, and you think that a week is going to turn that around.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? This is their pattern. You're probably going to have to like limit how shitty they eat, but you might want to let them. It's kind of like people come off alcohol. Like, hey, you can't just take them off.
No, you can't.
You got to kind of wean them off. And I think that's the problem I see is like, dude, you just abruptly change their diet.
Right.
Yeah, they're going to get sicker. You got to like wean these people off of high carbs and, processed foods and things like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But there's a lot of fixing in the healthcare.
Oh, yeah.
They try their best. We do our best, but, they're not going to listen to us, dude.
Oh, they're not.
Know?
People are going to do what they want to do. Yeah. But I've come across a lot of people who are diabetic and they don't get taught, like, they should have someone come in that works in the hospital or, hey, follow up with this person. This is a dietitian, and they're going to teach you about what these numbers mean on these labels on the back of the boxes,
right,
or for back of cans or whatever. Like, well, in your situation, you need to stay away from this, this, and this, or you need to stay away from this, but you need to make sure you have abundance of this in your food. And they don't get taught that. They're just like, oh yeah, you're diabetic, and then all right, off you go. And then most people
don't eat sugar. It's like, no, there's more to diabetic than not eating sugar.
Yeah, all they know is like, oh, when I eat sugar, I take my medication or I do that, but it's more than that.
Yeah,
let's change things up. And like, even me in the medical field, like I know certain things and I know what I'm supposed to do, and I still don't do them, but or I try to limit them. But it's like I'm glad I know what I know since I was in the medical field, because like I could say for sure from all my doctors, none of them told me like, well, you need to stay from this or you need to stay from that, and then stuff like that. Like, hey, well, your genetic history or your genetic background, you should stay away from these foods naturally because it's going to cause these issues for you in the long run. Yeah. And no one gets told that, and it's so weird to me. And even like you could be the healthiest person, but do what you're supposed to do, but sometimes genetics just overrides all that.
Yeah.
And then I tell people all the time, like friends I know, if you're like, if you're African American, just stay away from salt.
Yeah.
Just stay away from that sodium.
I wonder why that is, because we all need sodium.
Yeah, but we probably hold on to it like better in the long run or something like that.
Yeah.
And so it just builds up with all the processed food we have today. And then, of course, it's a genetic situation from all the breeding, what happened during slave times and stuff like that. But I'm not sure how far back it goes. It could be something like, do Africans have the same sodium retention and issues that African Americans have?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. And it's funny because
I don't know. That's a great question.
my
I
mom's
wonder what the
black and my
different
dad.
grandma- Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
Go,
fine.
go,
I was
go.
already from you.
No. Go.
Oh, my mom's black and my dad's Mexican, and my mom was always telling me like, oh, hey, like, you know, in our family, you know, we have hypertension that runs, so stay away from sodium. I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I got Papa's genetics. I got Papa's hair and this and that. And then she's like, no, you'll see. And then now that I'm getting older, that's all catching up to me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I used to eat like wherever I went for the longest time. In the last couple of years, like my doctor's like, oh, your blood pressure has been going up. Now it's like, bam, I'm at like a little bit over hypertension. And so I've been taking pills for it. And so now I know to cut out my sodium, and then with the pills, I'm like where I'm supposed to be at. But I'm probably sure like pretty soon here, if I just keep on my same path, I could get off the pills. But
Yeah.
I just got to do it because it's only been like a year since I've been taking those pills. It'll be a year and 2 more months.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
What about exercise?
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah.
That's one
Dude,
thing I've
that'll
noticed.
cut all that pill shit out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially when it comes to sodium, because that's something you sweat out.
Right.
And so that's one thing I'm not doing like I used to, because when I used to do like landscaping and playing sports a lot more, I'm sweating out all the time.
Right.
And then I think that's where my blood pressure is the lowest. It's like when I'm doing yard work and I'm out there sweating all day in the heat.
Yeah.
And then when I go to check my blood pressure, and then that's when like my stuff's normal. I'm like, well, do I need to take a pill today? I was like, I probably should, so it's still in my system. But yeah, I think that's what it is I needed to keep sweating it out like I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
But I don't, because
I don't.
I got other stuff going on. You know, life catches up to you. I know it's
Yeah.
just like an hour, and you saw my old house. Like I had all the exercise equipment I would need for home,
Right,
like ellipticals,
yeah.
bikes, and
You
like
had all the good
weights and all
stuff.
that. But never use it. It just piles there with dust, and yeah,
Yeah, exercise, man, will be probably the big winner for you.
yeah,
Because I eat a lot of salt, but I'm exercising hard.
Yeah.
Like hard, where I'm sweating. And so I replenish it like pretty good. And then when I don't exercise, I cut back like a lot on it.
okay,
And it's just like basic. If you're sweating a lot, replenish it. If you're not, don't overdo it.
yeah,
You know, like basic, it's like fundamentals, I guess, that
Yeah.
people really don't know.
yeah. That's true.
You know, they're like, oh, I need salt every day.
Well, do
Are
you
you
though?
working out a lot?
Yeah.
No. Are you sweating a lot? Probably not.
Well, that could be genetic too, because I know
True.
there's the opposite of what like people who get hypertension easily. Like the missus is one of those people. She always has low blood pressure, and then so she's always
Mine's low.
huh?
Mine sits low too.
Does it? And but she doesn't exercise, and she she just like I don't know, like excretes the salt or something. Like she needs it, she craves it sometimes, and
Yeah.
she'll put salt on random stuff, and she'll eat stuff like, oh, it needs salt. And her dad's the same way. Like it's just genetic for them. It's like their blood pressure is always low. I was like, damn, that's a good trait to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine's naturally low. Dude, when I was in school, when I wasn't eating and I was eating bad,
Yeah.
my blood pressure was at like 95/40.
Oh shit.
And the doctor's like, is it sit this low all the time? I was like, I don't know, but I am tired.
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow.
Dude, and I'm barely starting to get it up now. Like when I go for, when I do my walks, I put my weighted vest on
Yeah.
and I walk kind of fast, but not too fast. And I have a monitor. And the moment I get it up to 150, I feel great. I'm like, all right,
Oh, really?
150, I'm feeling good. Stay above 120 because that's where you're supposed to be for me, anyways. Be like 130 to 150.
Yeah.
I was like, feeling good. I feel great for the rest of the day.
Oh shit.
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
Because they've even put me on like beta blockers at one time for high blood pressure.
Oh
When I was
wow.
tripping, like anxiety attack. Have you ever taken a beta blocker?
No, I haven't.
Don't.
Okay.
You don't want to be hooked on that shit.
Okay.
I don't know how people like it, dude. I remember I took one and I got up to walk and all of a sudden I feel my heart go thump thump, like it reset. And I was like, whoa. It'd take a minute. I was like, I don't like this.
It's like a slow down situation. Like you feel like lethargic, or
You just feel like your heart's gonna stop.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's scary, dude. I heard my heart just like reset its rhythm. So, thump. It's like, what the?
You're all stroking out, doing it, like heart attack.
What is going on?
You're like, I'm fine.
But that's just me tripping when I have my anxiety. I have to find better ways to like. I mean, the medication's there if I truly need it, but I don't touch it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I do have an issue with it being awfully low. But lately now, it's been sitting at like 110 over 60-ish.
Okay. That's really good.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's super good.
Yeah.
That's like super healthy.
That's where it sits. It's been sitting for the last like year. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, you're super fit, dude.
Yeah, it used to be really low, dude. I used to be very tired, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like it kind of worried me. I was like, dang, I think my heart's just going to give out. This is so slow.
No, you're too fit. That's all.
I try to be, man. You know, we talked about that earlier, being fit. You know, if I know it sounds crazy, maybe a little right wing, but if ever the fight came to the United States, I want to be ready.
Ready for it?
You know, I want to be at least healthy where I can help.
Yeah.
If, you know, somebody needs medical attention and things like that.
Yeah.
And not be all like, well, give me a minute. Let me get up. You know, I can't move, you know. I need my soda to get my day started. You know. So that's why I try to stay fit. But it's hard, though.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love to sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing.
That's my favorite thing to do now.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I was always on the go,
Yeah.
always doing something. And then now I was like, hey, what do you guys want to do for vacation? I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. Just let me sleep. Let me sleep and hang out and watch TV. Let me catch up on some stuff. But that's TV in general. It's a problem for all of us today.
It is.
It's such a distraction.
Your phone too.
Yeah. Oh, especially my phone. I play on my phone and watch TV, so I'm doing both because like our attention spans are so short these days.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we have to be doing something all the time, and it's like, I don't know. I think it limits all of us because I feel like there were way more handy people and people who are into art and other like activities before TV became what it is. Like I remember growing up, there was only so many TV stations, and then cable made like way more, and then now it's like there's a channel for everything. And if you don't find it on TV, you'll find it on the internet.
Yeah,
and then
you'll find it on YouTube.
Yeah. There's entertainment for everything, and then I think we're all distracted. Like it's like kind of it's dumbing us all down like a little bit. You know what I mean?
Very.
Like people who could have done really well in life, they're distracted by television, and you know they limit themselves. And I fall in that category too because there's a lot of things I'm good at and stuff like that, or things I would like to do, but nope, it's entertainment gets me. Yeah. But I feel there's a lot less people doing like woodworking now, like, and those guys know it too because those dudes will like make a killing. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel we should put it down sometimes, but then I know better, but I don't. Like I still just fall in that same trap. Like I don't do all like the whole social media and get stuck into that. Like those people who are just stuck on TikTok, and we all work with them. We all have those coworkers. You walk up behind them and they're sitting there watching TikTok. I'm like, really, dude? You got 5 people on the board waiting for scans. Like this guy has appendicitis or something.
Yeah, this dude's about to stroke out. You over watching TikTok,
right?
Mom making breakfast, dancing.
Yeah, it's a trip. This is how distracted we all are. But
100%.
But I think it's the whole animal kingdom. Like there's an animal out there that can figure out they could get high on something or distract themselves a certain way. They do it. Like look at dolphins. Dolphins fuck around with pufferfish just to get the high. Yeah, which is so crazy to me. And there's other animals that eat certain mushrooms or eat fermented fruits to get that alcohol buzz. Yeah. And it's just weird like how every species craves it.
Yeah, I think I read it was a fly or a bee, one of those little buzzers that if they get denied like mating, they go and seek alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It might have been a fly. I think it's a fly. But yeah, dude. Everybody's looking to punch out, dude, for 20 minutes or so. You know? It's crazy. I do it too, you know. I come home like, man, I want a thing of whiskey, but then you start notice like every day. Like, then you see yourself gain a little weight, and then some people just go, whatever. Yeah. And they just accept it. Not me, man. I turn that shit off fast.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm one of those people that accept it because...
Don't.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
but
don't be that. There's too many of those, dude.
Yeah, and there is.
You're stronger than that. Everybody is, but everybody just... You know, I've read books lately just on the mental game. A lot of like... and we talked about this... military service dudes. I've read like 4 or 5 books on these dudes, and it's all mental.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you gotta be fit a little bit, but none of them are like going to the gym and lifting weights. It's all right here, and it's like that's all life really is, dude. You're gonna give into that temptation, or you'll be like, nah, not today. And the more you might say no, 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 the more and more you forget about it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's weird.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's the biggest problem today is everyone just wants to say yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's a yes person.
But at the same time, sometimes, I don't know, some people need it, but no one's told no anymore because like everything's about convenience. If people, I don't understand this. Like people who don't get their food fast enough, like you're at a restaurant, they're making it in the back. Like, okay, yeah, you've been sitting there for like 30 minutes, but it's 30 minutes. How long would it have taken you to make that yourself?
Right.
And so they can't complain, but like, where's my food at? Or I've been sitting here for 5 minutes and I haven't been spoken to. I hate those people at restaurants.
Tell me about
like,
it.
You sat down, you expect to have someone come like cater to you right away. Like they're trying to wait for you to get comfortable, or they're busy doing something else. Like let them do their thing, and they'll come talk to you. I can see if you've been there for like 40 minutes, and no one's come talk to you. That's a whole different story. But like 10 minutes isn't bad. 15 minutes isn't bad. Even 20 minutes, in my opinion, isn't bad. But I have patience for everything. Like I'm usually very patient. Like it takes a lot to make me mad. But if I sat down somewhere and no one came to bring me like water or food for 20 minutes, I am totally fine with that because like I don't have much. I guess I have things better to do, but at the same time, I usually have someone there to talk to and have things to talk about.
Right.
I can fill up those 20 minutes. I'm not sitting there thinking like, where's my food at? Where's my water? Like,
Just being all privileged.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's privilege today. I know I'm one of those people because look at me. I'm pretty hefty here.
No, but you cook great food, bro. You don't eat like shit. You cook really good food and you enjoy food. Dude, when you cooked us that meal last night, I've never had such delicious pork, dude.
Dude, you wait till like you come to my house first. Like when I have everything I know, like I'm used to, and all the tools I need, and
my kitchen's limited. I eat like a basic white dude, no flavor, pretty bland.
Well, it's not that. Well, it's not even that. I was just like, I don't know where everything is, so I didn't want to get fancy with it. You know what I mean? Because I would have done it different. I would have done certain things differently, and then, you know what I mean? Just like certain things, like I didn't see a cast iron pan in there. If I would saw a cast iron, I would throw in that cast iron, got a good sear on that pork, and then threw it in. But stuff like that, just certain things like that. But not only that, it's like your grocery store is different for me too. So
sure.
I knew where everything was. Then you have all the brands I was looking for, and then I'm used to I think is good anyways. And then so that's pretty much all it was. Like there's specific brands of pork I like because I know it always carries better flavor, but that wasn't bad. Like it was just strong with
the flavoring was phenomenal. I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought, oh my god. If I eat any more, I'm gonna feel sick. You know, I had to stop.
Yeah, I thought that citrus herbs stuck too much in it. I was like, wow, I ain't poke it or nothing.
I love citrus, man. You ask anybody, man. Ponzu sauce, pretty much on everything.
Yeah,
and people, they're always concerned, like, hey, that's a lot of salt. But I was like, trust me, I'm working this salt out.
Yeah,
like, I move a lot at work, and it comes out. Like, don't worry about the salt. And I drink a good amount of water. I don't overdo it with water.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got it.
That's another thing people don't do these days. Drink water. How many people have you met that tell you like, oh, I hate water. I don't like the taste of water.
A lot.
And it's weird.
Like, how dare you? That's how we're alive.
Yeah.
Imagine that was gone. You'd be like, I wish I had some water.
Right. It's just so crazy when people tell me. I was like, what? I'm like, well, I see why you're 400 pounds, like, because you get your water from like sugared iced tea and like sodas and stuff like that. But yeah, I drink water too. I drink water quite a bit, but at the same time, it's just weird to me when people say like, oh, I don't like drinking water. Water's gross. I'm like, what water are you drinking? Yeah.
Like, half a gallon a day.
Yeah, at least.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
If you can get that, you're good to go. You don't need a gallon. That whole gallon thing.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
Overkill. You're starting to flush out like all your nutrients,
all your mineral. Yeah.
You got to slow down. Half a gallon is perfect.
Yeah, unless you have high blood pressure.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Yeah. If you have high blood pressure, your water will regulate it too. You try to get a gallon. Gallon's hard, dude. Have you ever tried to drink it? Oh,
no.
I tried that. No way. My body's like, dude, too much water.
The only time
I feel sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely, because you're excreting all those minerals out. You gotta double up on those vitamins if you're gonna be doing that.
Yep.
But I think the only time I was able to drink a gallon is when I used to do like work in the summers. I'm doing concrete work with my dad. Yeah, but you're pouring sweat the whole time.
Yeah.
And then so yeah, you need that water and you need that Gatorade because you need those like vitamin and minerals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like you ever see that movie Idiocracy?
No, you're the second person to bring that up to me.
Oh,
Like,
really?
You gotta see, like, because all the stupid people are breeding,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're trending towards that. This movie came out years ago,
know.
like
I need to
early
watch it.
2000s, and yeah, we're trending to that like 100%. And in that movie, like no one drinks water. Like their natural water source is Gatorade.
Oh my god! Imagine,
Yeah,
dude, you have kidney failure soon.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right. And then like their toilet has water, stuff like that. Like everything has water. Not water. Sorry, their toilet has Gatorade. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And we're gonna be trained towards that way for sure. Like the more dumb stuff I see on like YouTube and television, I'm like, oh shit, it's happening. Like
Yeah.
we're doing it. We're trending towards bureaucracy. But
Yeah. Well, that's why you need those like super hardcore dudes. The way I found it is like, again, I know I keep coming back to the military thing, but like all these ex-Navy SEALs that I follow and everything, they keep it hard, dude. They're like, nah, that shit's pussy. Like,
Yeah.
Don't be a pussy. And everybody gets scared to talk like that. Not these dudes.
oh,
It's
you
like,
can't eat these days. You
it's
get
true
canceled.
though. It's like, stop being a little bitch, dude. Like, what are you complaining about? And the more and more I listen to them, it's like the more and more it sets in reality. It's like, what am I really complaining about?
Yeah.
What is really hard living in the United States?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's like, we'll go live in Afghanistan. Let me know how hard it is.
Yeah.
Living here.
Yeah, definitely. Indonesia, like all those like
Dude,
overpopulated
Africa?
countries would know what you call it. Oh yeah, Africa.
Dude, they're just getting annihilated over there over wars, and guess who's giving them all the guns?
Yeah, us.
Us.
That's just destroying one more country. And then yeah, with the population over there and like the lack of food they have now, because not only do we have more
We
people,
went in there and tore it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we have people sitting there hunting for sport, but they're not sitting there eating the stuff they're shooting. And
Yeah.
yeah, I want to shoot that put on my wall, but like that was someone's food source.
Yeah.
Or now we're limiting their food source because it's not like they have deer like we have deer. When the deer sit there and get so abundant, we got to take some out and kind of cool them so they won't sit there and destroy their environment. But yeah, over there, like they're sitting there like trying to find meat for days because
Yep.
they're overpopulation and then like just random people hunting for shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting.
It's scary, man.
Yeah,
It's just, I just wish people would stop being so afraid when somebody says no,
yeah,
or stop being a little bitch.
yeah,
You know, I check myself, dude. All these books I've read, I wish people would read them too, but it's not going to happen. It just put me in my place. It's like, fuck, dude, these Navy SEALs, like these military dudes, I don't agree with all of it.
yeah,
You shouldn't. But what they do, what the training they went through, it's like, dude, my life's a piece of cake.
yeah.
It really is, dude. Living in the United States is the easiest place to live.
Yeah, right. It really
The
is.
Easiest.
Yeah,
You
and,
know?
I have to
And
think
people
about that sometimes.
bitch about that too.
Yeah, definitely. I had to think about that sometimes because especially where my background, when I was like super poor, mom on Section 8, didn't really know my dad until I was like old enough to work for him.
Sure.
And then where I come from where I am at now, like I always try to remind myself, like, don't forget about that. Because I remember for the longest time, like especially when my mom first left my dad, and she wasn't able to get Section 8 and food stamps yet, and then we're just broke, and we're just eating like malto meal for like every meal for like months at a time.
Man.
And then we were like looking forward to going to school because we got the free lunches.
Yeah,
And we're like, oh yeah, I get to eat. Yeah. But stuff like that. And then like now you look at me, I'm all fat. I'm like, I remember when cafeteria pizza was a shit.
Yeah,
And now I'm
dude.
sitting there, I'm like, oh, that pizza's crap. It doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. And like I gotta check myself sometimes and think about like I have it way easier than like I used to. And I know I'm spoiled now, but I think
But
like,
you worked hard to get where you're at, dude.
yeah.
Don't deny the schooling you went through. If people don't know that schooling, that shit's hard, dude.
Yeah.
What you did is you saw what you needed to do. You did it. You accomplished it. You're reaping the benefits of it, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's not just a school thing either.
You know?
It was before that. Even like growing up in those like ghetto ass apartments and seeing what
Sure.
happens when you just like
Give up.
give up pretty much. Like, oh, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it made me realize like I need to grind. Like I worked all the time and like I was burning a candle on both ends, sleeping like 4 hours a night, going to multiple jobs, and just making sure I got out of that situation. Because I didn't want to end up like my siblings. I didn't want to end up like people in my apartments, and I didn't want to deal with all that. So it was just easier for me to like, you know what, I'll work my way out of this shit. And it's so crazy too, because there's people like that all the time that want like they change their mindset from what's around them, and they see like this isn't right. Let me fix it. And then there's always that one guy. I'm like, I'm gonna rob that guy and take everything he has.
Yeah.
When it's so weird, like just do what he's doing. Just go grind. Just, you know, work your time and do what you gotta do. But it's just easier for them to go take what someone else's, and it's so weird to me when people think that way. It's like, let's take what someone else worked for.
Right.
Like,
well, it's just like you're saying, dude. It's just easy for people to complain. Like we were complaining about school for sure, but that's just us venting.
Yeah.
Did we get through it? Yeah. It sucked balls, but we'll put on our big boy pants and get it done.
Yeah.
Whether you
definitely.
like it or not, we got it done. Did it fucking suck? Yeah, dude. It sucked a pile of dicks every day. But I'm pretty sure you think like me when it comes to if I don't get this done, what am I going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this is the option. Like when people enter any career or go for school for any career, okay, this is what I want to do. If I don't get through it, then what?
Yeah.
You know, you really are working on your plan A. And when you're done with your plan A, that becomes plan B, and then you work on a new plan A.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't sit there and like get comfortable. That's the one thing I'm not doing. I'm always working. I know what my real plan A is, and I needed a good job to get there.
Yeah.
You know, I can't get there working at Wendy's, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah, you can't. Not these days.
No. Well, maybe these days, actually, because no one's working anyway. Everybody wants to be at home on TikTok all day.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing.
Everyone wants to be a TikTok famous person, man.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's what I was about to say, too. I was about to say the same exact thing. Like, everyone's first goal is to get famous. Like,
yeah, no one wants to work hard, bro.
No,
Man,
no.
we're those dudes who are like, you don't want to work hard, huh? You just want to sit on your fucking phone all day?
Right.
Think you're going to get somewhere looking on your phone?
Yeah, and they hear
I'm
all...
glad we're not like that.
Oh, me too.
My God.
Me
I feel
too.
bad for our generation coming up, dude.
Yeah.
Just weak.
It's like, how? Like, why is that the goal now, is to be famous and be on TV? Like, I get it. It's very, like, you get to get all these benefits, but the chances of everyone that making it is very slim.
Right.
Like, you have to have some sort of, like, special thing about you, like a special voice, a special talent, some sort of charisma to make people want to watch you or want to see what you're doing. And then that's why the Kardashians are famous, like, because they haven't really done nothing. You know what I
they
mean?
don't do anything great.
No, they're not sitting there like, hey, I cured hepatitis.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Where's that guy at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the guy? Well, the dude who been penicillin is dead, but no one talks about him. You know what I mean?
And the guy who I think cured, it was one of the hepatitis, he got murdered.
Of course.
Yeah. But,
Of course he did.
But like,
The cure for AIDS, I'm pretty sure that guy's dead too.
yeah, right.
Or girl.
Keep it on the hush because
Yeah.
Pharma got him. But
Yeah, Pharma will take you out, dog. That's the real mafia right there.
yeah, like, oh, you're gonna fuck with my money?
Uh-huh. Dude, slinging drugs, dude, killing people.
Right,
That's
like-
a legit mafia.
Yeah, definitely. Right, trying to cover shit up.
Oh my God, dude. That wasn't us. We didn't know it was addicting. You don't think opiates are addicting?
Right.
Get the fuck
Right.
out of
They
here.
knew 100% what they're putting out
Dude.
there.
Fucking shut up.
Right.
Liars. Guess who went to jail? Nobody.
Nobody, 'cause
They
they had
just
the money
paid some
for it.
fines.
Yeah, that's all it's about. Now, if you have the money, you could do pretty much wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like the whole Epstein situation, if that dude didn't get murdered, I'm pretty sure someone would throw enough money at it, it would have gone away. Like,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, we've been like, oh yeah, that guy. Like, think about those reporters who would like expose like all these billionaires and millionaires of the world, some they're hiding money in different countries and cooking the books, and then those people are murdered. We hear about it on TV for like a week or two, and then all of a sudden we're like, it's all right. Like, we're all just content with it. We're all content in our lives, and that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Like, it's being in this country, we're spoiled. Like, it's easy in this country.
It is.
Because like, we're distracted. We got food. Like, we have everything we need. We're all sheeple now.
Yeah.
And I will admit, I'm one of them. I love entertainment.
You're not a sheep though, bro.
Oh, take me to like I get to go see games, watch shows, eat good food. I'm like, what's going on the other side of the world? They're starving during their little war. Their little war. You know what I mean?
But it's the fact that you at least know that it's going on.
Yeah.
There's not much. I think people get like over bombarded. Like, yeah, we were in the Middle East for 20 years. there's a lot of should we not been there, but there's not much I can do. Like, I have to keep living.
Yeah.
Like, that's what our military is for. They're taking care of it. Whatever it is they're doing, that's what they're doing. I have to keep living.
Yeah.
Do I feel guilty like 99% of the time? All the time. I when we went to that Jazz game the other day,
Yeah.
great seats, man. It's
Wonderful
like,
seats.
man, like, I'm able to afford to do stuff like that. Then I start to go like, there's people that would kill to be here right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, and I always say, dude, why are you worried about money? Why you? I go through this whole thing all the time, dude. I don't think people realize it. Like, yeah, that shit affects me. How good I've gotten in life where I am now. It's like, well, one, I worked really hard, and with hard work comes great reward. But with that, you can't turn around and be an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Don't turn around and start thinking, well, I'm privileged to be here. Like, well, no, wait, I am privileged to be here, but don't like, I deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I deserve this. Like, I deserve that.
Like, I deserve better than theirs.
Yeah, I deserve even better than this.
Like,
you know?
yeah. these seats are great, but like, I want to be on the court.
Yeah, you know what? I want to be playing in the game.
Right?
What are those cost? Just shit like that. I think about that all the time, and like a lot of people keep telling me, like, dude, it's okay. Like, you worked really hard.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, you can't help everybody, which
can't.
sucks.
Yeah.
But you could do your part. At least stay healthy, be kind. Obviously, don't be taken advantage of either, but, do your part.
Yeah.
If you're able to help, by all means help. I have a lot of help from when we were in school, especially you, my aunt, and a few other people. And I wouldn't be where I'm at now if it wasn't for those folks. I'd never forget about that.
Yeah.
Ever. I will never forget about that. So when the opportunity arises, if I can help somebody $20 for a meal, here you go.
Yeah.
Because I think about all the meals you bought me.
Oh, I was enjoying the company. I was like, just come with me.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't know who I was or what I was about, or you just knew I was a dude in your class.
Yeah. Well, after talking to you for a bit, I kind of started getting the gist of you. I'm like, all right, I like this dude. He's chill. Like, he's more like me. Like, those kids in the back of the class, they were too much. They're way too much. They're uptight. Like, they're super privileged. And just hearing those people talk, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, damn, these fools are like privileged. They don't know any kind of like struggle.
Yeah.
And then just the way they acted in class, even when they got busted, and all the way they're acting afterwards is still like, like kind of shows me who they were. And then, I don't want to be around that stuff. But props to them. They finished the school, and they had the drive to get there, because you can be like that and still not have the drive to do anything better than with your life. Because like I meet people now who are just doing their normal job, and they know they could do more to get ahead in life, and they choose not to.
Right.
There's also those people who are like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe them. Like, they don't know much of anything besides outside of the internet, like TikTok and Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about like, do you guys know what's going on with this, or with that? Like, they're like, no, what's that? And then it's like, how do you not know about that? That's like normal, you know what I mean? That's like regular stuff. But like, just watching those people on TV where they ask them like questions about history, and like, you don't know who this president was or how he got here, stuff like that. Like, all that stuff is like not in their brain, even though it's been taught to us in school.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. It just trips me out, like the stuff that people realize, like, or stuff they don't want to know, or they don't think about why or how or what's the reason. That's why I get lost in those YouTube holes of just education.
Yeah.
Like, I was that dorky kid in school. It was like, oh, what? Does PBS Nova things? I was like, oh, I love this stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, teach me something. Like, I want that education. I just wish I would have had that drive when I was in high school and wasn't doing all the stupid stuff I was doing. And I wish I could go back and change stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I were able to go back, I would change a lot of things. When I hit high school, I would have took education way more serious. And it's hard, man. When you're that age, you're just trying to like understand why you keep being a boner, especially for boys. It's rough being a boy growing up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you just look at a girl's foot and you're just like, boom, like, oh, wow. It's just tucking a boner down all day, every day, you know? And, you know, you don't think about like, if I get all these AP classes done, I don't have to do that in college, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wish I would have done that, but took the hard road and,
Same thing
you know,
here.
yeah.
It was easier at the time. Hey, you want to ditch this class? Fuck yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you want to ditch this whole day? Oh yeah. And then my favorite was, well, if we're going to ditch like fifth period, let's just do the whole day. Like that was me. Yeah. And then continuation school and stuff like that. I was just making it harder myself. I could have made my life way smoother. But they tell you that in school, like stay in school and blah blah blah, but no one knows it until you have that actual experience.
Yeah.
And or that wake up call. And that was like my wake up call. It was like seeing all these people in my hood, and it was like, that person didn't graduate high school. That person didn't graduate high school. I was like, a lot of these fools didn't graduate high school, and that's probably where we're at. All right, I gotta change some shit up. Like I don't want to follow in that same pathway, so that's why I made sure I completed it. Because for a while there, I dropped out. I just worked. I just grind. You know what I mean? Because I think I told you, like, my dad woke me up one day. He's like, "Oh, you're 17. I don't care if you're in school or not. You gotta work." And it's just easier for me to work than it was for me to go to school. And then so I was like looking at it later on. I was like, I don't want to be these fools.
Yeah.
I want to do better.
Yeah.
And then so, because I know I didn't want to grind around like forever. Because it's cool when you're in your 20s and your early 30s, you can do your 7 days a week and your 12-hour days every day. But once you hit like past 35, you're like, what am I doing this for? I'm just making someone else rich.
Yeah.
I could be doing this for myself if I'm going to grind this hard. And then so it's just easier for me to, you know, like, oh, do my 3 and 4 days a week and have the rest of the week off. That's dope.
Yeah.
And then, but everyone needs that mentality. And that's another thing. It's so weird. Like, when do we adopt this freaking work week of being at work more than you are with your at home with your family and friends? Like, how did that come about? Like, I don't know. That's just weird.
I always talk about that. I think it's just greedy corporations.
Yeah, it's brainwashing us.
Honestly, I could feel like what you need me for is probably 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then you bring in someone else.
Yeah.
And that's, we don't need to spend 12 hours a day on one place.
Right.
That's all day. And then you got to go back the next day. I get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, maybe. And I'm back at it. Sometimes 6 12s in a row.
Oof, rough.
And bro, and you're just like, dude, what am I doing? Is this, it's really weird when you start to not have your time to yourself.
Yeah.
And you start missing out on your loved ones or whatever.
Yeah.
It affects you, dude.
It does.
You start to see what's really important. It's like, how much money do I want to make this corporation?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Definitely.
And they pay you dimes.
Right.
You know?
Because think about every CAT
what's
scan
valuable.
Those CAT scans are worth like thousands of dollars. And you see
$4,000 a piece.
Right. And you see how much of it, you know, like a certain amount of hour. You know what I mean? That's crazy to me. Mm-hmm. And then they expect you to always like, come on, be a team player. We need you to cover. We need you to be here. And I was like what? Like, why are we all here this long? Like, when did we all agree to do that? Like, I understand before, like when we're out on the farm, and we had to do so much to but like once you built your house back in the day, and you had like a steady stream of food. Like, oh yeah, I have this grove going in the back of my house, and I got these pigs. I have like all you gotta do is manage those pigs, and then like grill your fruit or your veggies, and then you're done for the day. You know what I mean? And it's already doing it by itself because it's already going. It's already had that process. But now it's like, since we don't grow our own food and we're not doing this and that, like we have to sit there and grind and grind and grind.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just weird to me. And then just see the country now, like there's so much amazing stuff out in the world, but you need so much money to go see it.
Yeah.
And then that's life changing. Like, people don't realize certain things until they see it for the first time. Like, there's a different way of life out there. If you're always stuck in your hood, you're going to have that hood mentality your whole life. Like, oh, I did it for the hood. Like, go see another country. Go see what they got. Go see what they have going on over there. And you'll realize all your petty shit that you have going on at home is nothing.
Ain't dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Bro, you're speaking the truth, man. Fight the power. But it's so true, man. Like, people are just afraid to put their foot down and say no. Like, dude, I watched this thing on Instagram where in Switzerland, these dudes hop in the river. They put all their stuff in like a sealed bag, throw their shit in there, and that's how they get home.
Oh, shit.
They jump in and they float down the river and get home. It's something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what the Swiss do?
What?
Like, how fun is that?
Yeah.
Like, you jump in the water, like, okay, our workday's done, like, and everybody lives downstream.
Yeah.
So they just jump in and float down into their house and get out.
Oh, that's dope. Just tube it on home.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I would do. Just tube it, have some beers, and like no commute. My commute's where these rocks are.
Yeah. Yeah, and working hard is important. It
Yeah.
really is. It develops good, personal strong like work ethics, like pride.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be lazy, and if you are lazy, then you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong country.
Yeah.
This is probably the laziest country.
Yeah, because we have the ability to, because we have government handouts.
So you should be, in my opinion, working hard.
Yeah.
Or at least if you find yourself being lazy, go outside, do something. Don't be lazy. Be unlazy. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just I just don't get the mentality anymore, man. Nobody wants to work hard.
No one does, because it's easier, because the government gives out food and places to live.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. Like, people are already talking about like the homeless population and this and that. We should be doing more for the homeless. Like,
No.
and then the thing is, like, there would be way more homeless people out there if it wasn't for the government. So how much more did you want us to give out and do? Because think about, in the Great Depression, they didn't have like all these government funding programs. And if
People starved to death.
Starved to death. And I tell people, if you want to get out there and eat and you want to be like live fine, get out there and grind. Yeah. And I know back then things were limited by your status and your social economic standings and stuff like that. But like nowadays, anyone can be rich as long as you're willing to grind. Yeah. And like anyone can have money as long as you're willing to grind. And it's just crazy to me. Like, people see that and they're like, nah, I'm going to put everything I have into making these YouTube videos. And no one ever, I may not ever get famous. And they just sit there and just sleep on their friends' couches for like years at a time. Like, I'm going to make it. But like, how are they going to make it? This is something you love doing, the streaming and the podcasting. But it's not like this is the only thing you're doing. You're not betting on this and you don't have all your eggs in this. You're like, you grind away at work, you know what I mean? And you do this on the side and you got those side hustles going and stuff like that. Yeah. And a lot of people don't do that. It's just so crazy to me. They're like, oh yeah, I'm just waiting for my grandma to die because she's going to leave me a bunch of money. And then grandma doesn't die for like 40 more years. Yeah. So that 40 years you just wasted waiting on someone else's hard work and earnings and stuff like that. I know people like that. I know like the way the housing market is now is like, nah, I'm just going to wait till my grandma dies and then I'm going to inherit her house. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, so I'm just going to stack my chips and wait for her. And I'm not going to buy a house. I'm just going to go travel and do this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's crazy to me. Like, why don't you do your stuff first and then go do all that? Because, yeah, you don't need like, an AMG 63 or whatever class you want and then still living on your mom's, at your mom's house. Yeah. Like, that's $100,000 car. That's a down payment. But I know people like that. They're like, dude, have you seen you fucking drive that fucking shitty ass car? But like, look at my Cadillac Escalade. I was like, yeah, but you pay rent to your mom, dude, and you can't do anything. You still do chores.
Yeah. Your mom still got you on a chore schedule,
right? Fool. Your mom told you to be home at 12, and you had to be home at 12. But that's a nice Escalade, though.
Yeah, it's a taupe Escalade, man.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. It doesn't look great, but it's not too bleak. There are some people who are still out there getting it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it just feels like we cater to laziness.
Yeah.
Especially, I have mixed feelings about homeless people that I'm sure a lot of people would agree, but most disagree. I don't think if you're able to stand on a corner for 12 hours a day, then you should be able to go to work.
Yeah.
Now, there are. I don't think it's as much as we are fed.
Yeah.
But there are some dudes with like some serious mental problems.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hands down. But the majority of them are just pure lazy.
Yeah.
I have a brother who's just like that.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's homeless as fuck. All his teeth are gone. He had every opportunity, probably more than me, and just refused to work.
Yeah.
Just does not care. It's everybody else's fault. No. That's why I'm homeless, because of so-and-so. And I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for homeless people.
Yeah.
If you're able to get up, walk, have you seem somewhat normalness, you should be working.
Yeah.
Doing something.
So
and that's most of the homeless.
Yeah.
There's a drug problem with them.
Yeah.
That's about it.
They rather have their drugs sometimes than actually have places to stay and live and
Yeah.
just waiting for that next fix. And hey, if you have a drug problem and you get there out there and grind and you still have a roof over your head, you're not taking handouts.
Do all the drugs you want.
Yeah, do all the drugs you want. Yeah, it's good for you. Great, that's awesome.
Yeah.
If that's how you function, that's what you want to do. Do it, but don't expect other people to feed your addiction and feed your problem. Like,
or feel sorry for you.
yeah, that's true too. I had this brother. He used to get great jobs. Like, I remember one time he almost got his job. He did get a job working for the electrical company down in Riverside. That's a $60 an hour job, dude. And this dude didn't graduate high school, and he'd rather have his drug binges and go do that. And so he's got a lot of good jobs, like starting pay like $30-$40 an hour. Just go, because he's smart and he knows how to talk very well, but he'd rather have his drugs. And like, even when he dealt, he knew how to manage it and do stuff with it, and he hit it. But like, once he went to jail, that all went away, and then he had to start over multiple times. And if he would just apply that to something else, like business, like like mergers and acquisitions and stuff, you know what I mean? He could have been a beast, like out there just like killing it on the market. But no, he decided to do other things with it. And then same thing, he likes to work for like 2 months, and then he wants to take like 5 months off.
Yeah.
And then so he'd rather just be homeless for like 5 months, and then get out there and go get money for a while and live good for a bit, and then go back to sleeping on people's couches and asking for people and borrow money, and there were people paying people back, and like that's his thing. And he could have done way better in life. He was a pretty smart guy.
Same, dude. My brother's just like yours.
Yeah.
Extremely smart, man. Like my brother, you could send him a computer and he could fix all of it. It's like, how do you know all this? I don't know. I just know how to fix it. It's like he was very smart.
Yeah.
He could spell very well, like extremely good speller. Doesn't make you super smart, but he was just very like your brother. Like he could talk well. He could sell you on anything.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right, dude, I'm in. How can we do this? And he just rather get high.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Like how pretty much they got a gift and they just squandered it.
Dude, squandering.
Yeah.
You could be the best, dude. I tell him all the time, you could be the best salesman in the world, dude.
Yeah.
You could just sell cars, anything, dude, because car salesmen can make some bank.
Yep.
I was like, dude, you were bred and born to be sales. Like the way you talk is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he just, man, fucking get high. I'm on my own thing. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. I'm like, are you getting tired of living on the concrete, dude?
Right.
All your shit getting jacked.
Yep.
All your teeth are gone.
Yeah, just sitting there with other stressors that shouldn't be stressors.
Yeah. You should be like where I'm at, where like, I got to go to the dentist, check in. I'm pretty healthy.
Yeah.
And I got money and I'm doing okay. That's where you should be.
Right. And the thing is, if these dudes sit there and just thought about it like thoroughly, and they would just grind the way they always do just for a longer period of time, and then they could have just been done way sooner. They could have been millionaires already.
Yeah.
But like, I'm done. I was done at 35. And now I'm riding the wave all throughout the rest of my life. But all they had to do is do it just a little bit longer than they want to do it. But they don't. And that trips me out, because that's one of my goals.
Me.
Yeah. My goal is like retirement for us, dude. It's in the 70s. Like,
yeah, good luck.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to be working in my 70s.
Me neither.
So I'm trying to grind so I can be done by 55, and even that's still pushing it. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to do it sooner, but like, I just gotta find other streams of income. And I'm not like one of those technological logic savvy person. Like, I don't know, like, oh yeah, you could do this on the internet and you make money that way. Like, I don't know that stuff, but like, man, like, hey, you want to come do this for money? Yeah, I'll do it. Let's do it. Let's get that extra side hustle.
You know how to work hard.
Yeah, and I wish I just knew a different way of getting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's things like people who you meet, like, oh yeah, I knew all about these NTFs and crypto and stuff like that. Like,
it's all dog shit.
Yeah, I just need to know. Like, I wish I knew how to do all that stuff. Like, I'm sure I can learn it. That's what I probably should be doing, is doing my side hustle, is learning new ways of getting money, or doing.
Don't waste your time on NTFs, dude.
Yeah,
it's bullshit. Bitcoin,
yeah,
dog shit, dude.
Think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I just remember like a while back when I was leaving Fender, I was talking to this HR person, and she was asking like, "Oh, so what's this Bitcoin thing about?" I was like, "I don't know, but I don't think it's going to stick." And those words haunt me now. Like, I think about it now, I'm like, man, I should have got into it, because she's talking about how her husband was into it and he was mining, and she was getting mad at him for all the stuff he was doing and money spending to mine. And then now, if she's still with that same dude, that dude probably got buku bucks, because he was mining all those Bitcoins. And then if he has them still, or he sold them off by now,
Yeah.
because Bitcoin went through the roof, and it's just like,
Not anymore. Have you looked at it now?
nuh-uh.
It's tanked, dude.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's still more than it was
garbage.
in like back in 2010
Yeah.
or 2011.
It's one of those things where people desperately want it to take off, but people, the majority of folks, just don't work like that. Everybody still likes cash.
Yeah.
Everybody still likes to see that dollar sign. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you have $10,000 in Bitcoin, but it's like $2,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I spend that? Well, the only way to really spend it is if you trade this other for this other Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And you get more money with that Bitcoin. Okay, well, how do I cash it out? Well, you don't really cash it out. It's kind of just there.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I spend it? You don't really spend it. What the fuck do I have it for?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I get from it. Even MTFs, when these artists make like, oh, you can buy this one NTF. It's like, well, who's in the market for NTFs? How do you make money? How do you cash that out?
Yeah.
Well, you can sell it, but then you can take that money and put it into another NTF.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I get that money into my bank account?
I'm sure there's ways of doing it.
Yeah. You don't. It has to stay in this NTF account.
Yeah.
And you can spend it that way.
Well, I'm sure there's a way of trading out for cash.
Sure. I'm sure there is,
Yeah.
but I think it's all bullshit, man.
But at the time when it was first coming out,
Oh, sure,
I didn't think
everybody
it was
was-
stick either.
yeah,
Yeah. And I wish I would just buy even just a little. If I could buy like 100 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then
Again, I don't know anything about Bitcoin or NTF.
okay,
This is what I experienced so far and
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Like, who's really talking about NTFs anymore?
I don't know. There's people out there. It's
Yeah.
mainly people in that business. But
Yeah.
what they're doing too is like they're convincing like people with money to get into it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's going up. Like they're trying to convince these people to sit there and buy these NFTs or whatever they're called. And
Is it NFTs or is it NTFs?
NFTs. I think
Man,
it's
I'm saying it all wrong.
Me
Everybody's like,
too.
Dude, you're a dumb fucking idiot.
Me
And I
too.
know
But
I
that just
am.
shows how much we know about it. So we're sitting here talking about like stuff we don't know.
We don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know shit about it. This is just what I experienced
Yeah.
thus far. And what I see people do, it's like, dude, I don't have $5,000 to spend on an NFT or NTF.
Yeah.
And for what? So I could trade it for another one? It's
Yeah.
like trading cards.
Shit, old Pokemon cards are probably making some good money.
Yeah, dude. I like cold hard cash.
Yeah, I'm the
Give
same
me
way.
cash, bro. I
I'm the
want to
same
see
way.
dollar signs.
I want to be one of those people that sit there and be like,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go buy real gold. Like, you know, like when you buy those gold, like cubes or bars and stuff like that, put it in a safe. Like, because think about it, if you had like gold bars from like the 80s and then that same gold bar is worth way more money now and you didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
But
it
if you
just
had dollar
sits.
bills stacked up in a safe and then that $10 bill or those stack of hundreds in the safe in the 80s is worth less money now because inflation. But that gold bar, it goes up
Still
with the
goes
money.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do because I was like, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, that gold is always going to be the standard somewhere.
Isn't that crazy that gold is the standard?
Yeah.
What if it was dirt?
I think
was
it's
like, dude,
silver
I got
for
this
us right
bag
now.
of dirt.
Hey, one day it's going to be water.
Dude. Oh, water is the new gold, bro.
Yeah.
If you have water and you can sell it,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. If you have like a spring somewhere that's on your property.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or a well that's not totally dry.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tap into your well? Well, it's going to cost you $100 million. All right.
Right? That's where it's going to be at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because eventually the way we're going with this droughts and what they call droughts, and I don't know what's going on. I know we're experiencing it because like all our lakes over in SoCal are low. But and on
You
top
think
of
they're
that,
really low, dude?
I don't know. Where else would they put it?
I don't know. There's so much conspiracy about like water.
Yeah.
Where it's at, how they're storing it.
But don't get me started on conspiracies, dude.
Dude, let's get started on it, dude. I think water is not really the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's how we use the water.
Oh, yeah.
Is the issue.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure. I think there's plenty of water to go around for decades, if not more than that. But I think we waste it on dumb shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like nightshades, like lettuce and shit.
Yeah.
I think people are good without eating lettuce, in my opinion.
Well, that's the main
You know,
basis for salads.
cabbage. Do I really need almonds?
Yeah.
Like, was it 10 gallons for one almond or
Oh,
some
wow,
shit?
no. Oh, wow.
It's some crazy shit. It's like, do we need that many almonds?
Well,
You know?
all I know is like I don't know. Like when it comes to like food, I understand that, but like stupid shit, like
Like corn? Do we really need all this corn?
That's one of the major gross
Yeah,
national
and
products.
soybean.
Yeah.
Do we
But
need all that soybean?
you trade
No.
it for money.
Yeah.
But think about all the food waste we have.
Oh,
You
we
know what I
waste
mean?
so much food
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's so sad.
But we can't. But we have people that are starving, but we have so much food waste. Like when like all that COVID thing happened, and like they're like, oh yeah, now we gotta dump these crops and blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, you know what you do? Go philanthropy and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
you go send those potatoes out to
away.
people. Yeah, just give it away. Ship them off. Do something with them. Like don't bury them. And like maybe next crop we'll make our money back. Ship them off.
Yeah.
Like send people. Someone needs it. Make food cheaper in the long run. Like, but everyone's like, oh, it's about the market, and so they flood the market with a bunch of stuff that's out there, and then it's going to make it cheaper, and then they're going to be losing money in the long run. And that's all it's about. Is our country is about that dollar, and I understand it. It makes the world go around. It makes us develop things faster and learn things faster. But at the same time, we could be doing a little bit better with it. And I'm glad now. Like I think it's in California. Like there's no wasted food that's supposed to come out of restaurants or grocery stores.
Yeah.
They're supposed to donate it instead of just trashing it.
Good.
Which is good. That's what we all need to be doing. That's what we should have been doing this whole time.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, but I don't know. It's gonna be weird because obviously you know who Bill Gates is, but did you know he has like a bunch of land? Like he owns like a bunch of farmland.
No.
And I wonder like why is this guy in the farmland game? Like why is he buying up all these like farms and plots to grow food?
He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
Have you heard the conspiracy on like the world? What's it called? What are we bitching about now? That's recently, the world heating up.
What you call it? Global warming?
Global warming.
Yeah.
It's not global climate change.
Oh, climate change.
I heard this one talk recently. I forget where he's from. Super smart dude. And some lady's like, "What are you gonna do about global warming and all the water rising, this and that?" And the guy's all, "Shut the fuck up." Like the super scientist, I forget his name. So don't take this so seriously because I don't even have like whatever to back it up. But he's like, the way we are hot it is now is actually 2 degrees hotter. I think like 20 years, like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It was actually 2 degrees higher. He's like, you need to stop worrying about global warming. This is what the earth does.
Yeah.
It gets hot, it gets cold. It gets hot, it gets cold. We're in the hot phase.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to sell you on fear.
Yeah.
This is all it is. It's fear. And he's like, I want you to look at it this way. Look at what the banks are doing. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about banks? He's like, why would the banks still be investing 30-year mortgages or whatever, plus mortgages higher than that? He's like, pay attention to what they're doing. The moment they stop giving out mortgages, the moment they tell you, hey, you should probably close up your bank and take your money out, then you got a problem. But if the banks are still investing, 20-year mortgages, still investing in companies, so on, maybe 50 years, whatever, you don't need to worry about. The banks know more than you do. I was like, what? I don't know how true that is, but it sounds fascinating.
Yeah. But the banks have to have some sort of like education and climate and stuff like that. Like I can understand like what they mean because they're talking about all the carbon gases and trapping like the heat in like because it's all up in the sky and stuff like that. I can understand that, but he is right to an extent there. Like the world does naturally change its climate because like we had an ice age. We no longer have that ice age.
This planet was frozen.
Yeah, we weren't doing nothing back then to mess with it, so we weren't the ones heating it up. So obviously it thawed itself out somehow. Yeah, and like you're saying, we're just probably on that gradual upgrade in that heat until our next ice age comes around because of some sort of like volcano erupts and just covers the earth and what
shades the earth.
Yeah. But until then, we're probably just screwed because I understand it. Like, yeah, I get the part about the carbon dioxide and all the gases we're pointing out and stuff like that. But and that's another thing I don't understand either. Like how we sit there and say, oh, yeah, China's like one of the world's biggest polluters. And then like, oh, our country is so low on the polluting and this and that. But what I don't get is like we outsource all our stuff to China. You know what I mean? Like if you really want to drop like the whole carbon emissions in the world, and then you got to stop being such a consumer country. Because they are putting all that pollution out in the world, and then we're going to sit there and like ding them for being
for giving us all our shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so weird to me is how people just place the blame on other stuff when in the long run we're all at fault to an extent. because like same thing with the car batteries. Like, yeah, you're going to sit there and go get an electric car, but all the titanium and lithium and blah 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 it takes to
Have you seen
mine.
the destruction that causes?
Yeah.
Like digging up? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's awful.
And
I'll take gas.
right.
Yep.
So we need to find a different way. Like I'm not sure. We need
I
to
don't
get
know.
some like,
Walking would be good.
right.
Everybody
Make
start
smaller
walking?
communities so it's never you want to drive so far to get to
Right.
everything or
Better public transit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Why don't we have a bullet train? Japan
Yeah.
had them like
Dude, Japan is killing it with their public transit.
yeah.
They crush it over there.
Years and years ago, they had a bullet train going across our whole country, and then we can't get one here. Why?
Right.
Like,
This, though.
yeah, I guess. Like we have people that have it. We have people who have so much money.
I mean, greed. Greed.
Oh.
Gas companies don't want that.
Yeah.
You know, cuts in their funds.
That's
and shit
true.
like that, you know?
That's very true because I'm pretty sure once these billionaires, like, can you imagine Elon Musk making a bullet train across the country and then big oil is chasing after him, trying to assassinate him?
I'm surprised they haven't killed him yet.
Yeah, you think so because of all
dude.
the batteries and stuff like that?
Remember that guy? There was a documentary on Netflix a long time ago where this guy figured out how to make a gas engine go 100 miles
Yeah.
on a gallon.
Yeah,
Dude disappeared.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you told me about it.
Yeah, and then the guy with the hydrogen car. There's been multiple people
Dude,
with hydrogen
disappeared.
cars. Yeah, and it's just like just water, straight water.
Yeah.
And then just gone because every major corporation, like you said, they're a mafia. That's all it
dude,
is.
They are.
Like, but apparently drug mafias, and that's what people really want. Like everyone wants their drugs, but like they're bad for some reason. But like people who are like I'm gonna make this, and brother the world. Nah, we're gonna buy it from you and hush it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they could have made like self-propellant generators already somehow. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's people out there smart enough to make stuff like that. It just gets put to the side or hushed up. Like
Yeah. You sent me that video on that dude that made a car out of a magnet. Magnet propulsion or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
and it's easy to do. There's like I don't know. I think if Tesla had enough funding back in the day, the world would be totally different. Totally different. Like
Yeah. The problem I have with those electric cars, nobody can afford them.
no,
Just like gas cars right now.
Right?
Nobody can afford shit.
it's so expensive. Like,
Yeah.
I remember like Yukons and stuff like that back in the day. Like back in the early 2000s, to get like a brand new Yukon that was like top of the line, it was like 45,000. That same one's like 90 grand now.
Yeah.
And it's only been like 15 years that passed. It's just nuts. Like you can't find like a nice Suburban or Yukon that has like low mileage for like no more than $30,000. When back in the day, like if you found one that had like 60,000 miles on it and it was like 4 years old and you got it for like 14 grand, 15 grand.
Yeah.
Now those things like 20 grand minimum, 25,000 minimum for something that's used and abused already.
I know.
And it wasn't
dude.
like that. And it's just so weird.
Yeah, it's insane. I got that Scion. I'm just gonna fix it up.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm looking at it. And I was like, yeah, I could just take $5,000, and this would be a brand new car.
Yeah.
That's all it needs.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna eat it.
Might as well.
Dude, the car is insane. I would love to get a full electric. I would
Yeah.
love to be a part of that. I don't totally agree with it. I actually think hybrid is the way to go.
Yeah.
Because that makes the most sense. If your gas runs out, you can still plug in electric.
Yeah.
If your electric runs out, you can still probably most likely go get gas. Because those two are just so iffy at this point.
Yeah.
But it would make more sense. But I was like, do I want to spend $50,000 on an electric car when I got a good car that just needs $5,000?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't think I'm going to go full electric until
I'll never go full electric, probably. No.
I think I will once those ranges get higher. Like,
Yeah, you got a good point there.
yeah. Once those ranges get higher, like these 300, 400 mile ranges, it's not enough. Like you
No.
can't road trip in that. Not to mention like when there's more infrastructure for it too, because like where I'm from, we have rolling blackouts because everyone has their air conditioning running because it's summer. But you want us to also charge our cars and stuff like that. So I'll go full electric when the ranges are higher, and then when I start putting solar on my house and and those batteries come down in price.
Right.
Because those solar batteries are just so expensive right now.
Dude, solar panels are such a ripoff right now.
Yeah.
Dude. It's such a crock of shit.
Well, I know people who use it all the time. Because I remember when we were in the high desert, when we had like blackouts and people were just chilling with their air conditioners still on because they had like it was daytime and they had enough energy, or they had like those batteries in their house already, and they're like, "I'm cool. I have 5 batteries on my wall," and then they were able to just continue on living like normally. So that to me makes sense to me when you have it that set up where you can sit there and just continue like your days not
If
phase.
you could store it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem where they get you. It's like, well, I can use solar, but I'm still getting charged the same amount. I think I had a friend do it, and it cost him like 20 grand to put all these panels on.
Yeah.
And they never saw a change in their electric bill. It's
Really?
exactly the same.
Oh, wow.
I was like, are you guys even using the solar? Like, what? And come to find out, some of it actually gets pushed over to the electric company.
Yeah.
And they use it.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah, they do, but they're supposed to like lower your bill from that.
No, it never got any lower, dude.
Oh, my buddy Ryan's is that way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe they got screwed. I don't know.
Maybe something happened that wasn't done correctly.
Yeah.
But I know my buddy Ryan, he has like a surplus, and so his bill is always zero. Before they used to pay you back money when you're feeding into the grid, but now it says it's zero or it's like the service fee, and that's it. Like,
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? We get charged for fucking power.
Yeah.
That's free from the sun or water.
Right?
It's all natural resources, all said and done.
Yeah.
And we get charged for it.
Yeah, because we got that maintenance and stuff. We get charged for everything.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
If I could figure out how to put solar on by myself and plug in, good.
I'm sure you could.
I would never tell a company like, hey, how come your bills? What is it to you?
Yeah.
It's free already.
Right.
And you're over here charging me. I just figured out how to do it. So you can leave me alone.
It's like, oh, yeah, we lost our Erbe residents. Oh, yeah, let's get them handled.
Let's get them handled. Let's get them plugged back into the grid.
Right. Like, we're going to pay. This fool's going to pay us.
Yeah.
Somewhere
They're gonna pay us, dude.
Yeah.
All the while Nevada's running out of water.
Yeah.
You see that, dude?
Yeah. Well, we knew what we were doing when we built like a
Man, that
giant
dam's
city.
not even supposed to be there.
Yeah, definitely not.
I know when people are like, oh, look at the water receding. It's like, well, it's never supposed to be that high anyway.
Yeah.
It was never that high. So what are you tripping out on? Like, well, then we're not generating any power. It's like, that dam's not even supposed to be there.
Right.
Ever.
And there's always people who are talking about like the overpopulation. Like, oh, yeah, we're using up all this water because we have so many people in the world now.
There's plenty of water.
But they're saying people that have like 7 kids.
Right. It's funny. They're like, well, we got to cut back on your grass. My friend told me this. He's like, okay, you don't water your grass, but there's people taking like 40-minute showers.
Yeah.
Who's regulating what?
Yeah. There's no one really regulating that.
There's not.
I will admit, I'm one of
It's
those
all
people
dog
who
shit.
I take long showers all the time. Like when I built my master bedroom, my master shower, like I have a big old bench. I have like,
You got a lazy boy in there?
yeah, pretty much. I have a big ass bench. It's like 18 inches deep. You can
Yeah,
sit back,
dude,
relax.
just chill.
I have the rain fall over it, so you can just sit there and just like, fuck my day at work, and just sit there and just like
The
contemplate.
power of water, dude.
Right? Yeah, super healing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. We just need to find a different way of getting it. You know, it's here. You know what I
There's
mean?
plenty of it, dude.
We just got to figure out how to desalinate it easier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, they should just do something like, I don't know. I think it'd probably be the easiest, but not sure how well this works. Because, you know, I'm not a geologist. And I don't know, like, the background on that. But I kind of feel if you put, like, a reservoir at the bottom of a mountain, and then at the very top of the mountain, you dig a giant hole and you just drop off, like, you know, tons and tons of ocean
Like a
water.
tunnel hole?
Like, what is that?
Like a tunnel hole?
Kind of, but not quite.
You have like a metal tunnel or
it's like-
some concrete tunnel?
We'll just kind of let it just naturally desalinate. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
gotcha.
Drop giant tubs of water on the top of a mountain and let it just filtrate through the earth like it naturally does anyways. And at the bottom, I'm supposing what you get at the bottom there is supposed to be fresh water. But I'm sure that's probably the easiest way of doing it. But they have all those machines to desalinate, but there's a lot of like waste with that too. And it takes a long time. It's a long ass process. And probably carbon filters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just let the earth do it. Just drop it on top of mountains. You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
Imagine where like the water was never fucked with. If we didn't put like fluoride, we just let it run through limestone. I think is the best way to filter water.
Okay.
Mineral, like the cleanest way, from what I understand.
Yeah.
If we just let it happen, I wonder how we would really feel. I bet we all feel great.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I drink mineral water every morning now
Yeah.
with some lime, or not lime, lemon.
Yeah.
Squeeze that in there. Drink 16 ounces. Get all those minerals back in you. We're so mineral deficient.
We are.
It's sad, dude.
Well, because we want everything as like the purest as possible, but then at the same time we're sitting there like I drink the healthiest water, but I'm gonna eat these fries that have like so much fat. It's been cooked with like all day fries. You know what I mean? It's
4
like,
different fats of animal.
right? It's been cooked all day in the same type of starch, and that starch, like the starches before that, are all in that one fry because it's just in the same oil over and over
Tastes so
and
good,
over.
though, man.
It is. It
God,
is.
French fries, when done correctly.
I feel about that about potatoes in general. When potatoes are done correctly in general, it's so good.
When we had like brunch, those potatoes were perfect.
Dude, I make these au gratin potatoes. Oh my god, they're so fattening, but they're amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're amazing. Like
Yeah.
it's almost like a potato lasagna almost. Because like the way I just like au gratin them and just like with the cream and the cheese in between and layers and then oh so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I try to limit as much as I eat that because I know they can be good for me, but it's so good. That with some bomb ass steaks.
Some elk steak.
That's why I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm so fat now or have high blood pressure because all the red meat I've eaten.
Yeah, but you eat well, though.
Yeah.
You don't eat like garbage.
Yeah, I try not to because I grew up eating garbage.
Same. No, actually, my parents limit. I didn't grow up eating well in general. They're very like strict on food.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, like my dad, we'll come to find out he only got paid once a month.
Yeah.
So he shot for the whole month.
Yeah.
And every Monday was the same thing. Every Tuesday was the same thing. Every Thursday. Fridays we were on our own. It was either top ramen or like canned chili.
Yeah.
And like we didn't eat poor, but we didn't eat like extremely healthy.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. What we were talking about?
Putting bad food.
Bad food in it. Yeah.
And eating healthy.
Yeah, but we didn't eat like the greatest.
Yeah.
And I don't have like a love for food now that I'm older. I love like when people like when you cook that, I was like, damn, this is good. But I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta eat like this every day. It's like, all right, I'll just go back to eating very basic bullshit.
I think
rice and meat.
And that's what I should do. And that's my problem is like I grew up eating all the same things, like all the like shitty food. Like 'cause spaghetti was super cheap, especially when
we had that a
three
lot.
siblings and top ramen. Everyone eats top ramen.
Everyone goes
if you
through
go
that
through
phase.
life and you don't eat top ramen, what the fuck is going on in your life?
You haven't struggled.
Yeah, not
you
at all.
It too easy.
Yeah.
You never had to live off top ramen. Dude.
Right?
What's your favorite flavor?
Honestly, mine's just plain beef.
Really?
Yeah, just a plain beef.
Mine was the Oriental one.
Oh, the Oriental one, really?
I love that one, dude.
Mine was plain beef. Like I never got really into the shrimp. Now, if it's the cups, I like the shrimp because you get these little tiny shrimps at the bottom.
Yeah.
But plain beef, like the chicken one wasn't the greatest. And then,
chicken sucked.
Yeah, chicken sucked. But I've always like done elaborate top ramen.
So you put like vegetables and shit.
Yeah,
in there?
vegetables and stuff like in it. But I saw that when I was growing up. I was like, why don't we do that to our top ramen?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing it to my top ramen. So I always do that, and that's what probably started with my cooking. Because that's another thing too. Is like I remember, like I think I was like 5 years old, 6 years old. My mom's like, you can make your own breakfast, and so I remember being up there just making eggs. And like now I'm really good at making eggs because I have like years and years experience. And yeah, I think that's the start of my love for food is like eating all this like basic meth food. Like we live next, like literally like 3 minutes away from a Del Taco. Like if you walked over there, and then so we had Del Taco all the time.
Damn.
McDonald's is like maybe like 5 more minutes away. So McDonald's, Del Taco. There's a pizza shop right across the street from like my old apartments, and so those dudes made a killing off of us. And so like I grew up on all that fast food, but now I'm older. Like I try not to eat like fast food. But like I'm more of a restaurant person, and then going to like these restaurants, I will sit there and like I could do that better. And so I go on these like weird tangents, just like trying to figure out how to make certain things and make it better. And then that's when I start gaining weight. Like I showed you that picture when I had that hat on, I was all thin and shit.
Dude, but you could get there though.
I could get there. I just gotta stop eating the way I do. And then my biggest issue is me eating late. Like I love going to bed on a full stomach.
If you eat late, that'll get you bad.
Yeah.
If you eat past 6, you're done.
Well, 6 for me is like my afternoon time.
No, but you work nights, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
If you were able to like work days and liked working days, you'd probably be like.
Well, I'm working more days now, but it still is like I still like eating right before I go to sleep because I come home from work, shower, eat, and then go to bed. And then what it should be, I should be like eating on my way home from work or eating at work right before I leave, and then showering, go home and go to bed. But but I don't. I don't know why. I like having a full stomach. I sleep better on a full stomach, and it's so weird. And I know it's something I have to break because I know it's bad. Like that's why I'm always gaining weight so easily. But That and ice cream, like
Ice cream, huh?
yeah, love ice cream, especially like the nitrogen ice cream. Like there's a place called
Oh yeah,
the
I've
Night
had that.
Creamery.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, like they make this one called Sorry cereal and Fruity Pebbles, and I could eat that all
How
day,
dare
every
they?
day.
How dare America just make food just so fattening and delicious,
Right?
dude?
Right? Is that privilege? But
Yeah.
I know I have the willpower to tell it no, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just like,
Yeah, sometimes I give it a little bit of ice cream.
yeah,
Not a lot though.
yeah,
I thank God I don't have a sweet tooth. That's one thing I'm so blessed I ain't. My dad has it,
yeah.
and my younger brother has sweet tooth. Like, 'cause my dad's like Danish,
Oh, really?
so they have naturally just sweet. They
Yeah.
love sweets, man. And this fool would eat. He would get a Costco cake for his birthday. He'd be the only one to eat that whole thing.
Oh, wow.
He'd have a piece every day for the whole week.
Yeah.
And he would crush it, dude.
Yeah.
Just be him.
That's how I am with brownies too. I can eat brownies as long as they're good brownies. I can. Eat. That's my biggest thing. Is just it has to be good, like a good version of something. It can't be just like it's okay, and then I'll leave it alone if it's just okay. But if it's good, and I'll eat a lot of it all the time, and I just get stuck on it. Like the missus, she loves salty food, like savory foods, and she's not a big sweet person either. She's like, "Oh, that's too sweet. I don't like it." I'm like, "What? How could you say that?" But I'm more of a sweet person than salty. But it's probably the high blood pressure. He's like, no, bro, stay away.
Shit. Yeah, it's some of that food is delicious.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue for me. It's just like, dude, I had like this carrot puree one time. I was at a restaurant in Tahoe, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to make this. And it took me like maybe 3 months to figure out what they were doing. And once I figured out how they're making it, I was like, this shit's bomb. And I was like showing everybody. I was like, oh, like everybody's like, oh yeah, you need more sugar in that. Like there's no sugar in it. I'm like, what? And then what are you doing? I was like, it's all seasonings and the way you cook the carrots and then puree it. And they're like, oh really? I was like, yeah. I was like, and there's some people think they're sweet potatoes because I get so sweet, and then it's not. It's just straight carrots, which also isn't good for you because that's all carbs.
Yeah.
like the starches.
Oh man, food.
Right.
Food. Well, man, it's been a privilege.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on here. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for your friendship, and you mean the world to me, man. Thank you.
Same.
Thank you for all your help. Get me where I'm at in life, dude.
Right? Well, nah, you got yourself there. You got there eventually by yourself.
No.
Either way.
No.
I think you would have. I think.
I'm a bitch. I bitch a lot.
Nah, I think even if you did quit the program, I think you would have
I would
continued
have
on.
found something else.
Yeah, or I think you would
hands
have
down.
turned around and thought about like, why did I quit? Or why did I step back for a minute? Like, I think you would have figured out a way to get through it. You would have done it.
Yeah.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
And you're driven. You're super driven.
That I agree with, because I don't have parents that were like, if all else fails, you can. I don't have those parents. I'm sure you have that feeling too.
Yeah.
It was really the mindset I always told myself: help's not coming.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
That's how a lot of
They
people
were
should
not
think.
there to like, we'll help you get through school.
Yeah.
Fuck no. They were like, we did it on our own, so can you. You know, the worst mentality you can tell your kids. You know,
Yeah.
we love you, but we can't support you either.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. And it was really up to you. And I was
Yeah.
like, I saw my dad when he had his education and how well it did for him. I was like, all right, I could work like that for the rest of my life, or I could work really hard. I'm going to work like that and make good money. Work hard, but not to where my body's going to be like, 40, you're done.
Yeah.
You could barely walk, kind of bullshit,
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Well, see, you always had that mentality, so you got through it some way or another. Because you went back to school knowing what you're going to do, like already. Like same thing with me. Like when I went back, I knew my goal was to be in radiology some sort of way.
yeah.
And then I knew people when I was going through like schooling, like even when I was like community college, they're like, oh, I don't know, I'm just gonna go this. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh, maybe I want to do what you want to do. Or people who were in the same path as me, and then they just faltered. They're like, oh yeah, it's okay if I get a C in this class. I'm like, no, if you want to get in a program, like
Right.
they had a mentality like everything was gonna work out, and now those same people are on wait lists and they're waiting because they had that goal for something. They're just like kind of floating through. Like, I'm only here in school because my parents are making me. I was
Yeah.
like, well, good for your parents for starters. Like, you know what I mean? Like they know better.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my dad was like, I don't care if you work or go to school. You're working no matter what. Like you're working. Like school comes second. You don't need an education. You need to work. I'm like, oh fuck. Oh okay.
Yeah.
And I believed it. You know what I mean? But it takes a minute for people to realize like your parents are just people. Like if there's a guy up the street that you don't like because of saying like a certain personality trait, your parents could have that same trait. You could not like your parents. You could not like family members. I know they're all like, oh, family's so blah blah blah. Not everyone's family has their best interest, like looking out for them in the best interest, whatever for that family member. Like I have family members like me. What about me? Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean. So since you have that drive, you're gonna make it through school no matter what, dude.
Yeah.
And then because you already had that experience with your family,
yeah.
Like like you knew that you had to do things on your own. Like you said, help's not coming, and so yeah.
At least not their help. They're not bad people, but they were never like, oh, we'll get you through school. It was like, okay, you're 18.
Yeah.
See ya.
Do you we're back to doing our thing.
Yeah.
We're free.
We're free. Yeah. We're going to go do our shit and best of luck to you.
Yeah.
And it was that tough fucking love that a lot of people complain about now. Like, you shouldn't be this and that. Mind you, I kind of agree. If I had a kid, I was like, you're going to get through school.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay for it. And then you can get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Until then, like, I don't want you to go through what I went through. Like, that kind of shit sucks. Like, when you feel like nobody's batting for you. Like, especially the people that say they love you and want the best for you. I do. But once you get that piece of paper, oh, yeah, dude. See ya.
Yeah.
You got what you need. You're well ahead of the game. You're educated. Go do it.
Yeah.
Go take care of business.
Right? But you got to that point. Most of them are like, oh, yeah, we got you past the bare minimum. Yeah. And then, it's just interesting. But it makes you a better person for it.
Dude, it does.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me not mean, but like my sympathy for people who bitch is really like superficial. Like not superficial, but minimal.
Yeah.
Like minerals. Like when they said, oh man, my parents don't, I was like, so fucking figure it out.
Right.
I had to work full time and go to school full time.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking figure it out.
Yeah,
I had to.
That's hard, and a lot of people do it, and that's hard. But
don't recommend it, but if you have to, then you have to.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, and like I said, it makes you a better person for it. I remember one time we were down in San Diego, and we were in line. I forgot where we were at, but I remember this guy bitching about how his dad has limited his allowance to $2,000 a month. He's like, "How am I supposed to live on $2,000 a month?" And I'm thinking in my head, like, this dude's giving me $2,000 a month for free. And this dude was like an adult already. He's like, he had to be like 21 or 22 years old. And because I guess his upbringing, $2,000 wasn't enough a month. You know what I mean? I'm thinking you could get a job, like a basic job, plus extra $2,000 a month.
Chilling still.
Yeah.
You could work part-time and still have $2,000 sitting behind you.
Yeah. But that's crazy to me how people think that way. But like I don't know, like we were talking about earlier, some people just always had that lifestyle.
Yeah. Some people are born in just to like, oh, what's hard work?
Yeah.
That's the parents' fault, in my opinion. That's not really their fault.
Yeah, that trips me out. I told you about my brother-in-law, how he got fed up with his dad because he had to do chores.
Oh, yeah, and he left the house.
Yeah.
Fuck, I do chores every day. If someone paid for all my schooling and expenses.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Everything.
I'd become a doctor at that point.
You're 2 hours of chores a day, if that.
Yeah.
Go feed the horses. Like, that's not privileged. When someone says, go feed the horses, you know what I mean? And then it was not like he was telling me to go shovel horse shit. Like, it was just take out the trash, go feed the horses, and make sure their dogs are fed. Yeah. Super easy peasy. I'll do that shit now.
I would too. Shit. Well, folks, thanks for listening, for all our bullshit. Don't take us seriously. Whatever we say, go look it up.
Yes.
Make sure we're wrong. But I'm sure I said NFT and whatever, Bitcoin. I'm sure I'm wrong about a lot of shit in here. But prove me wrong. And then you'll know the truth, I guess.
Yeah.
And then let me know so I don't keep saying the same dumb shit. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Rod, thank you again. Thanks for coming out. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it has been. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, folks. Until next time, take care of yourself. Peace.